Hello, Professor. This is team number 5, and we're now presenting our research on current IT trends. In recent years, we have seen the emergence of new trends that have reshaped the way we live and also the way we do businesses. The access to massive amount of data as a result of the digitization and digitalization of the processes in most companies, in addition to the growing computing power and the increased competition to enter markets and the need to satisfy higher customer expectations have evolved and emerged new IT trends. In this presentation, we will cover 10 of these trends, as well as the return of investment for some of the companies that have them implemented. Now, Cecil is going to talk about these trends.
Thank you, Amanda. Now let's take a look at the most important current trends in information technology that we have included in our presentation. First, we start with cloud computing. It's a data storage capacity and can be understood as a solution that offers various resources, including application software, operating system, platforms, and computer applications. Here we have given the example of Dabur operating in the food industry, joining the cloud computing trend. And in second place is robotic automation, which we can define as logical programming commands via robot with more efficient and faster response times duplicating the same human action. Here we gave examples from the healthcare industry. And third, we can explain robotic process automation. We can say chatbots, software-based robot for office automation that mimics human behavior when dealing with computers. E-commerce, healthcare, airline, insurance are the industry examples we have given in this section. And followed by privacy enhancing competition. In summary, using various protection techniques by allowing the extraction of value from personal data, securing personal data in untrusted web environments. And then comes the Internet of Things. It's basically collecting, monitoring, and transmitting data over devices, enabling devices to connect with people and people with other people. Our example in IoT is Amazon. And cybersecurity comes next. It's a set of techniques used to protect the integrity of networks, programs, and data from attack, damage, or unauthorized access. One of the best example is Google in here. And in the mobile apps, which we all know very well, we gave the example of Android and iOS. And artificial intelligence is a term used to refer to systems or machines that are capable of mimicking human intelligence to perform tasks and can iteratively improve based on the information they collect. Amazon is at the forefront of the organizations that implement it best. Blockchain is a cryptographed block of data changed in a sequence of records. Our example is Enbridge from oil and gas industry in here. And finally, big data. The concept of big data defines the larger and more complex data structures available in voluminous and more efficient ways than the former methods accessed by processing software. And our example of big data is the, again, oil and gas industry. Now I leave the words to Nas for enterprise design pyramid.
In enterprise architecture, it creates a general meaning for the companies. All the milestones start from the planning. So the companies is shaped according to this short, medium, or long-term strategies in the continuous improvement world. This shaping brings digitalization with its some points. At the intersection of the digitalization and strategic planning, it becomes necessary to establish an architecture for the IT department. Applications are to be installed in a correct infrastructure, and the outputs obtained from these applications are presented to the business side. The simplest structure, the gradually narrowing structure we see is like the appear as an enterprise design pyramid. The infrastructure at the bottom of the pyramid includes technology that may be suitable for achieving the goal that we almost have in the strategic plan. The requirement that may be this technology is evaluated with this in this layer. The application desired to be used with this technology are added to the solid foundation. These applications can be one-to-one applications, or the like ERP, other applications like ERP, CRM, and which can be linked the technology application and the information after that. The basic information that organization need to perform their processes is defined in the information layer. Business strategy and the technology will now merge with the last layer in the business one. With the data obtained, follow-up is made in the reaching the target, and the differences can be made in the process according to this necessary situation or the reports that the business can gather from the information. So how can we add these trends in the pyramid structure? When we want to show the IT trends that we listed in the beginning of the presentation, we think that cloud computing, chatbot design, robotic automation, mobile apps, and artificial intelligence is going to a similar design, enterprise design pyramid. So for an example, KPMG and Google they have a corporation to use the chatbot. So in the technology layer, they use the Google infrastructure, cloud infrastructure, and going to application side, the AI-based bot application used for the chatbot and Google Language Processing API. With this chatbot, email and voices are provided through customer experience points. Now we have the information gathering from this customer experience points with their user input and their history. In the end of this, business can have a secure, reliable, and accurate information. And its investment starts when high customer expectation for quality, value, and service become the norm for everyone. So other ones that we already talked, the IoT, privacy enhancing competition, cybersecurity, blockchain, and big data is another similar grouping for the design prompt. So we have again the infrastructure and application to edit in this layer by layer. The information and business commands to take from the application. We can say Amazon IoT solutions as an example. In the infrastructure side, they use the Amazon Robotics, Alexa, and environmental monitoring solution. And after that, it's going with the cloud to edge and giving a private set intersection, privacy settings, and smart devices can be monitored with IoT. And we can gather the information, and the Amazon price the infrastructure here as a cloud service, as I mentioned. So we can use the data and combine the AI, ML, IoT together to bring valuable reportings to the business. So we can the business easily make their decisions by using this technology gathering from the information. So Larissa will continue with the Porter's value chain.
Okay, thank you, Naz. So the companies and organization, they aim for the differentiation and improvement to have better competitiveness against the other players in the market. And Potter development methodology to help organizations to perform this assessment. So separating the processes in the companies between the primary activities, the light shade of blue, and then the support activities, the stronger blue. The primary are the ones directly on the core operation of the company by the creation, by the selling of the product or the service. And the support activities are the ones that develop a role in the core activity, and they interact among the company. And the company can analyze how the process interacts and what are the value that can be added among all these processes in order to increase competitivity by reducing costs or differentiating the process or the project, the product by giving a higher value to the end result. So the adaptability and how they change and accommodate all the process can be analyzed and improved. So in the next chart, we can see a very traditional industry that is the oil and gas. This industry remained for long years in a comfortable position, like the main resource of energy. And now that the electric cars and the electricity became a real competitive for the oil and the fossil energy, the companies are investing and looking for alternatives to improve the whole chain of on this segment by improving the exploration or increasing the intelligence for supply and distribution, and also by capturing the carbon measures, because this is an additional index that the society monitors to see the value of the company, and also to increase the environment protection to reduce risk of any damage to the environment. The fossil is not so well received by the society anymore. So this is something that the companies are very concerned and using technology to improve the way they monitor and also control all the process from the end to end. So the company became from a reactive analysis they can be reactive when they have a new player or a new competitor, or they can be proactive, like use Porter value chain to analyze how they can increase, how they can disrupt a segment or a market. So thank you. Now I'm gonna pass the return on investment to Rodrigo.
Thank you, Larissa. In the return of investment, we want to talk about a company that is Dabur. This company is in the food industry. Why we choose this company is because this company is growing really fast. They are now a global company. They have bigger sales. They are also increasing the exportation process. And they saw that their big competitor is Johnson & Johnson. So they saw that, well, they are using cloud computer, we can use the same, right? So they invest in this hybrid cloud model and they receive a lot of benefits. The most important one is they grow in their supply chain. Now the stakeholder, in a couple of seconds, they look their information like how much inventory they have, how are the execution, how are the finance, how are all the KPIs. They are looking now in an ERP basing in a cloud model. So it's faster and it's for everyone. Also, they reduce their cost because now with this hybrid cloud model, a part of the hardware and software, Amazon is paying that cost. So they also save that money. And in the next slide, we can see the investment that they make. They make 100,000 lakhs, and after 5 years, they receive a return of investment of 8.988%. That is really great. In the next slide, Amanda will talk about cloud computing.
Yes, so after finishing our research, we as a team has concluded that cloud computing is the most relevant trend, mainly because thanks to cloud computing, other trends has emerged, such as e-commerce, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. So another factor is that cloud computing is the most widely adopted by companies across many sectors and industries, and it has an ability to process large volumes of data and facilitates global deployment, allowing businesses to create more innovative and dynamic ways of working. Some of the advantages of this trend is the cost savings, security, flexibility, mobility, insight, increased collaboration, high quality control, and disaster recovery. Thank you so much.